start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Brady. He'll get this one to Pittman. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
On one, ready?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. They'll get this to about the 38. Well, this defense for the Seahawks much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
On one, ready? 11 mighty.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be
something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. Well, that 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 38, Burrow. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Texans! Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jose Borregales for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Henry again on second down. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rolling to his left. This is caught, it's close. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Room here to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. There on the tackle, Amani Oruwariye.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off tackle left with Henry. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line.
Wait, set.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them in the field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Gun. Gun.
Burrow on play action. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pack it. 72.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
On 2.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football and try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. A first down carry for Henry. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Brady's going to look to throw. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Another toe for Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Henry up the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Henry running right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Brady going to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Darren Waller from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage. and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they go play action now. Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
11-90.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
1-1, ready?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11, MT, take. 11.
A give to Etienne running right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
11. Hey, we got no score.
From the 31, Burrow steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, ETN once more. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Burrow looking to pass. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here we go, here we go.
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. On the counter, it's Henry. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They'll give Henry another shot. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they